Nothing here. Nope, I do not have enough. Chapter 3, Lost History. Since this is a decision that will impact Xian greatly, I didn't have him sign the contract immediately. Alright. Instead, I hoped that he would take a few days to think it over before making a decision. Right. Xian asked for a few days to consider, right? As he should. With the poisoning incident not yet resolved, he wanted to delay his response until after that was settled. I readily agreed. For me, it doesn't really matter because I can return to Asgard in a blink of an eye. Moreover, since I have yet to complete the two objectives I came here for, I cannot return anyway. Over the next few days with Xian's company, I slowly get used to the people and place here. And most people regard me as a mere foreign noble visiting for business purposes. Igor has come back a few times during these days, perhaps out of concern that Xian is not yet my Einherjar. He always chooses to appear only when Xian isn't around. Yep. The information Igor brought back isn't complete either. I wonder how things are on Xian's side. I think they're doing investigations separately. So today, in order to investigate the poisoning incident, Xian left me once again. Though I've wanted to explore the royal city and look for potential Einherjar, being regarded as a suspect prevented me from doing so, and I ended up staying in the residence alone. What? Why? Occasionally, I would stroll nearby with the company, or rather the watchful eyes of a maid, or dine at a tavern close by. Are we gonna meet Jago? I want to. Like, he's challenged me to a drink, right? Which is, bring it on. Seemed the poison didn't come from Sayer's mother, so who could it be? The source of the poison, this is truly intriguing. At noon, I pondered on the matter of Xian and the poisoning incident while enjoying a dish Xian recommended at the tavern. Hey, did you hear that? It seems His Majesty is about to send troops to suppress the Runas. Oh, is war finally about to break out? At the moment, I noticed that the customers around me seem to have changed the topic of conversation. But hasn't His Majesty always been ignoring them? What did they do this time to provoke him? Who are the Runas? How would I know? Anyway, I've been annoyed by those guys for a while. Wouldn't it be better to just capture them all and make them slaves for the kingdom? But His Majesty simply wouldn't allow that. Actually, I know a bit of the inside story. Do you remember that Romanda who was poisoned before? You mean the guy who couldn't stand the Runas and kept boasting about capturing them all as slaves? That's right. Rumor has it that his death was caused by the Runas. Oh, really? Did they actually do it? Of course, if you ask me, only those barbarians would resort to such sneaky tricks. That's true. Having already succeeded once, I think other nobles opposing the Runas wouldn't fare any better now. That sounds terrible, but honestly to me, both the barbarians and the nobles are the same. Neither is any good, let them kill each other off. Ha ha ha. The Runas going to war. The Runas are a minority group living in the mountains during this era. Although their relationship with the kingdom is poor, there hasn't been any large-scale war between them. How strange. Could this be the ripples Scoot mentioned before? Excuse me, miss, are you alone? This sounds like a cheesy pickup line. Huh? I was deep in thought, and a loud, deep voice pulled me out of my contemplation. Jago. I blink, finding that the redhead has somehow taken the empty seat across from me. His build and stature are much more robust than those of others, giving him an intimidating presence. I'm Jago, no need to hide your curiosity about me. Just remember to buy me a drink. Awesome. Straightforward. As I gaze at his cocky face, I cannot help feeling weary. While I debate with myself whether to change seats or refuse, he continues his speaking unabashedly. I advise you not to think too much about it. Instead of wasting money to go into the mountains looking for those runners, it's better to stay here and spend it all. Wait, how do you know what I'm thinking? I guessed it right. Haha, ever since earlier your gaze hasn't strayed from those people there. Well, there's nothing good about going anyway. You look so delicate that you probably couldn't even handle an attack from a squirrel or a rabbit. It's pretty dangerous. But they say war is coming. That's just their own exaggerated gossip. It's not that serious. Hey, how about this? If you really want to go into the mountains, why not hire me? I'm the most well-informed mercenary around here. I can provide you with first-hand information. You're interested in the runas, aren't you? Strange, isn't it? The runas only possess knowledge of rare herbs and healing methods that the kingdom is not aware of, but they take no interest in poisoning anyone. The man named Jaguar wears a cunning smile as if he were confident that his topic would pique my interest and draw me in, and he did. If you ask me, I suspect it was the organization behind it. Organization? Yeah, have you heard of the Fangs of Fenrir? Fenrir? Isn't that Tyre's dog? Wow, Fenrir, isn't that? Indeed, it refers to the legendary Loki's elder son, the great wolf Fenrir. Elder son. The Fangs of Fenrir are a group of fanatics who worship Loki and aim to turn this world upside down. Don't you think they sound more likely to poison people than those pitiful runners? I suppose that's true. Then where are they? I can't say for sure their existence isn't widely known, and it took me some effort to acquire this piece of information. Fangs of Fenrir. Whether it's the war the nobles mentioned or the organization Jago spoke of, both shouldn't exist in this era, although it is indeed possible that they did not make it into historical records. Perhaps an investigation is necessary. I made up my mind to start my investigation with the party that seemed more accessible. Jago, you said you were a mercenary, right? If I hire you, will you be able to take me to the runas? Hey, I didn't expect that. After all the talking, you still suspect the runas. I thought you'd be more interested in the Fangs of Fenrir. Jago looks at me with a knowing smile. Despite his words, I can sense that he isn't surprised at all. Or do you perhaps know someone there? Are you planning to warn them that war is coming and they should run? If you're not gonna answer, say something else at least. Or are you really gonna leave me talking to myself? Well, I didn't intend to reveal my concerns about the ripples to Jago, but remaining silent against his probing questions is simply not an option. Just as I trouble over how to dismiss Jago, his tone shifts as he stops his probing. Oh dear, it seems there's something unspeakable going on. But never mind, in our line of work, the client always has the final say. As long as the payment is good, we don't question. Since you've made the request, how could I possibly say no? Now tell me, when do we leave? 2 at once. This title of this subchapter has got some of my girls really excited. After parting with Jago and returning to the residence, I find that Shion has been waiting for me for some time. So I share with him the things I've heard from Jago at the tavern. So you believe the Runers are likely not the masterminds behind the poisoning incident, and that I should advise His Majesty to hold off on deploying the army for now? Exactly, I'm counting on you, Shion. Alright, I think I can give it a try. However, if we can't capture the mastermind soon, we may still be unable to avoid war. I'll do my best to investigate before things escalate. Please, Shion. Alright, I will advise His Majesty and try to make sure that he doesn't attack the Runers in the short term. In addition, I will also do my utmost to track down any relevant leads to help. Thank you so much. But about that mercenary Jago, I can't yet determine if he's trustworthy. Are you sure you want to proceed? Well, I think you shouldn't worry about that. After all, I'm a Valkyrie. You can trust me. I see. Whatever you do, please be careful. Once I handle the matters in the royal city, I will head to the border as soon as possible. Is he worrying about us? Is he worrying about MC? I think so. Oh man. Then I'll set out with Jago tomorrow. With Shion's assistance secured, I set off for the kingdom's border with Jago. Mountain beast. Right, I think we're up for a battle next. I would do a might team. We're done. Jago. Yes, what is it, pretty lady? Although many things happened along the way, after several days, Jago and I arrived at the border between the Runer's territory and the kingdom, the Mount of Silver Scales. The mountains possess distinct outlines, each peak resembling a natural tower, crowned with snow and ice when the sunlight shines upon them. The snow glimmers with dazzling silver light, trees intertwine to form a complex network, their canopies casting dappled shadows on the ground, making it difficult to see. I'm not sure if Jago is genuinely interested in me or if he has ulterior motives, but he keeps talking to me whenever he has the chance, leading me through the dense forest. Finally, unable to endure his conversation the whole way, I stop him. It's difficult to walk on this trail. Can you focus on the journey and stop talking to me? Oh, so you think it difficult too? Well, from what I see, you are able to keep up with my pace, and that's already a miracle. I thought you were just a spoiled young lady who ran away from home out of spite. I figured you'd tire after just a few steps, but it turned out. Is that a compliment? Forget it. Oh yeah, I haven't seen many people on the way. There could be ferocious beasts or bandits in the mountains after all, who would willingly seek trouble. Oh, you're a different story. So this trouble-seeking young lady, are you not worried that I might be the beast or the bandit? Jago narrows his eyes, flashing me a mischievous smile. In fact, his question is not without merit. However, even I cannot be sure why I simply feel so at ease with this man I have just met. It looks as if he was carrying a certain charm. I got it. You fell in love with me at first sight, didn't you? Yeah, right. I chose to ignore Jago's comment and continued to focus on stepping over the protruding stones and tree roots. Chose to ignore, right. The silent treatment again. We've come this far. It's time you tell me what you really want from the runners. Is that really important? You just said that for you, Lord, the client always has the final say. As long as the payment is good, you don't question. That's true most of the time, but just as you evaluate my abilities, I will also consider the employer's ability to pay and where their money is from. Those are just excuses. I don't know why, but ever since the beginning, Jago seemed to want to probe into my background. He must not be an ordinary man. I don't want to reveal too much. Are you a secret agent of the Night Order? Oh no, to me you seem more like a pirate in hiding. Trying to pry into my secrets like this simply wouldn't do. It's just a talk. I rarely meet women with your temperament. It feels more like a kindred spirit rather than a new soul. I just feel that we get along. Oh, I just realized that I haven't asked your name yet. I was about to speak when Jago's lazy demeanor suddenly changed. Shh, we'll talk later. Although he still wears a calm smile, he has eased into a defensive stance, his gaze moving away from me as he cautiously scans the surroundings. I like Jago. He's cool. I prefer him to tire. Okay, he gestures for me to be quiet. Just from his reaction, I can understand what's happening, so I promptly close my mouth and focus on our surroundings. The air in the mountains is fresh and a cold mountain wind howls from time to time. Suddenly, an arrow flies towards us with the strong wind, but seemingly anticipating its direction and timing, Jago is able to block it first. There is indeed an ambush. Right. A battle round. Let's go. If you like my video, I really appreciate if you can follow me. I am quite a bit of distance away to monetize my channel, which I would like to, because I am actually out of a job and playing Otome daily and bringing these videos to you. So I really appreciate if you can support me in this small little way. Thank you guys. If you can follow me on YouTube as well, Twitch and YouTube, feel free to look for me on X if you like. There's quite a lot of battles. How many of them are there? 10? But these guys are going along quite quickly. Let's continue. The rest are there. Hey, you know how to use that, right? After dealing with the ambush, Jago continued to look into the forest, not letting down his guard. He pulled out a short knife from his waist and tossed it toward me. I caught it staring back at Jago. Where are you going? Take care of those people. You find a place and hide. Watching him leap onto a tree root and dash after the figures in the distance, I dare not stay on the same spot and start searching for a suitable hiding place. As I think about those that attack us, I find a shallow hole where I can tuck myself away. I hold my breath, trying to listen for any movements from Jacob, but only to hear the faint sound of footsteps approaching. Ha! Got you, mercenary captain. Does he have to have purple eyes? Hiding in a trap, huh? Thanks a lot. You're just as easy to fool as we thought. Come out slowly, don't even think about escaping. I grip the knife, looking at the stranger with a sword, who is smirking down at me, along with the others that show up at his words. Cold sweat trickles down my back as I slowly crawl out of the hole. What do you want? Look at you. You must be a young lady from some noble or wealthy family, right? You know, we're not the kind of bad guys who enjoy killing for no reason. So, as long as the money is enough, you... Jago leaped down from above. His figure blocked out the sunlight as he landed between us, his spear whipping through the air like lightning, forcing the mercenaries in front of us to pull back. You weren't led away? I noticed someone following me halfway, so I thought rather than fighting back, I'll just play along with your little game of hunt. Jago grinned wickedly, brandishing his spear and compelling those before him to either raise their swords or in defense or fall back. Those blocking his attacks ended up being pushed back too. You might think separating me from my employer will allow you to defeat us individually, but I've got a solution here for you. I'll just have to take you all down with my powerful strikes. More battles, I guess. Yes. Let's do it. The girls are cute. Oh wow. Shihan. Strange figure. Drago's attacks are fierce and swift, leaving no room for the opponents to breathe. I can feel his momentum simply watching from the side. That's just incredible. True to his own words, he's able to take everyone here down all by himself. But what is that? Out of the corner of my eye, I catch sight of a white figure moving unnaturally among the trees behind where the people are fighting. It was someone in a white cloak and boots. Although I cannot see their face clearly, they seem to have a long white beard. They are unarmed and with a bundle of firewood on their back. The figure pauses for a few seconds, then quickly dashes away like a ghost, disappearing without a sound. Could that be one of the accomplices? Wait. I couldn't help but shout, then quickly ran after them. However, despite the direction in which the figure disappears being utterly unusual, I never thought that there could be a cliff waiting for me. What? A cliff. Suddenly the ground beneath me vanishes and I feel myself falling as my vision flips upside down. What? Oh my gosh, MC fell off the cliff. Before I could process the situation and react, my body crashed onto the ground, leaving me momentarily immobilized. I struggled to see through the tears to assess my current surroundings. The white figure standing silently watching me from about 10 steps away. Oh my gosh. A fog begins to rise around us, making it difficult for me to see their face. I force myself to stand up, but my ankle throbs and my body sways. I want to call out to them to confirm their identity, but no sound comes from my lips. Then, in the next moment, my vision goes dark and I pass out. Oh, wow. Aaron. Aha! Oni-chan! What's that smell? Did I pass out? Strange. I thought my injuries weren't that serious, but why? It should be about done by now. Whose voice is that? He's cute. When I open my eyes, I find myself on a bed made of straw mats. I feel weak, haven't fully regained my senses. Everything in front of me seems blurred, as if I were in heavy fog. Hazily, I see a young man in a hood, sitting cross-legged on the ground, cooking a pot of hot soup, and the pleasant smell waves from there. Looking closer, I find that I seem to be in a simple wooden cabin. In contrast, the young man with coral red eyes looks remarkably refined. Oh, he has red eyes. For a moment, I think I must be still in a dream. It is not until my body starts to ache that I become a little more aware of my surroundings. The young man has also noticed my movement, for he winks and flashes me a cute bright smile. You're awake, are you alright? My companions and I found you passed out on the ground, so we brought you back. My ankle, right? MC's hurt from the fall over the cliff. Huh, alright. Your ankle is swollen. It's normal that you can't just move around freely. I checked. The bone is fine and it is just sprained. I've applied some medicine to help with the pain. Okay, is he a healer? I wish he's like a healer in the combats. Though I don't think it's so serious that you need to consume medicine. I've made you some medicinal soup here just in case. Are you also a mercenary? Yes, I'm Aaron. I specialize in healing. I came into the mountains with my companions for a mission, but hey, what are you doing? His eyes widened in confusion when he saw me struggling to sit up. However, after sitting up, I realized that my body is stiffer than I thought, and my ankle is indeed way too swollen for me to walk. I remembered Jago had fought the mercenaries to protect me, and I had recklessly chased after a suspicious figure only to fall off the cliff. I wasn't worried about Jago losing to those mercenaries. Right now, the only thing I care about is being separated from him. That's true. This is bad. He must be anxiously searching for me right now. Thank you for saving me, but I need to find the mercenary I hired. Oh wait, your ankle isn't healed yet. Trying to walk now will only make it worse. You want to regain your mobility and get back to the mercenary, right? In that case, it's best to stay lying down for now. Gosh, what if I fall for Aaron? Like, I'm a sucker for the caring types. He managed to persuade me with his words, and I could only nod, gritting my teeth at the pain in my ankle. Seeing that I have lied back down in a comfortable position on the bed, Aaron finally smiles happily. Good, just like that. Now drink the medicinal soup. It will help your ankle heal faster. I take the bowl, inhaling the strange aroma of herbs and flowers, but I hesitate. After all, as long as Aaron isn't around, I can just heal myself with magic. Plus, even without medicine, my body will naturally heal over time. Where are your other companions? Oh, they all went to look for the runners. Weren't you here for that too? And you brought that intimidating man with you. Huh? Strange. How does Aaron know that I came here for the runners, with Jago along my side? But you might be disappointed. The poor runners moved deep under the mountains months ago. Moved? Yeah, to avoid conflict. They haven't had contact with the people outside for a long time. But there have been several poisoning incidents in the kingdom recently. Many say the culprit is from the runners, so the kingdom might go to war, but I think that's not right. So, huh? Why did I just spill everything? This shouldn't be spoken in front of a stranger. Oh, damn. uh, okay. That sounds interesting. You seem to know a lot. Are you perhaps the vanguard that comes here to scout ahead? Oh, can you tell me more? I have to go now. My intuition told me to be wary of the young man in front of me. Setting down the bowl of soup, I intended to get out of bed again, but Aaron reached out to stop me. Hey, why? Didn't I just say that you only be a burden to your companion with those injuries of yours? Besides, I specially brewed this medicine for you, and you haven't even had a sip. How are your injuries going to heal like that? Aaron rests his chin on his hand, beaming a bright smile. However, to me that smile seems to hold malice. I shudder at the thought, even more determined to leave. What have you done to me? I didn't consume any medicine, but... Ah, so you noticed. No wonder you suddenly said you wanted to leave. He dropped her? No, it's the incense. The incense here can help relax the body and mind, prompting people to unintentionally reveal more than they should. However, the medicine is no joke. If you are willing to take it, your uncle will heal by tomorrow morning. How hurtful. I clearly didn't do anything, yet you suspect me like that. Boo-hoo. Lowering his head, Aaron whimpers, but it only sends a chill down my spine. Those are not genuine whimpers. They are meant to lower my guards. My guards? My god. You, who exactly are you? Persecuted people. Who am I? Aaron sounds scary now. No longer pretending to whimper, Aaron cocks his head and removes his hood, revealing a pinkish head and delicate skin. Then he lifts his head, the corners of his lips curling to a smile that doesn't quite reach his cold eyes. Why? Now that you see my hair and my eyes, you should know, right? What? Pinkish hair and coral red eyes, these striking features only point to one conclusion. You are one of the runers. Oh, okay. You do not dress like a mercenary or those annoying nobles. But you're here for us too, right? After all, the moment you saw me, you didn't hesitate to abandon your companion and come after me. That's only because I used to be a naive kid too, until those dirty Norivarian nobles captured me and made me a slave. Oh, Aaron. I barely managed to return here. I have only wanted to protect my people. Realizing how dangerous and unpredictable Aaron can be, I do not plan to argue with him any longer, only reaching for the soup and dump it on him. Aaron dodges swiftly, but the splattered soup still stains his shirt. It is then that I catch sight of the cabin's entrance behind him. Ignoring the pain in my ankle, I struggle to my feet and make for the door. However, my ankle is wearing me down. I groan as I collapse to my knees at the door. So you can still walk? Are your injuries perhaps not as serious as I thought? Though I'm curious about you, I can't let you actually bring that mercenary here. I'll just have to say goodbye here, you disgusting Norivarian noble. I'm not a Norivarian noble. Huh? Aaron pauses mid-motion, seemingly not expecting my answer. I grit my teeth and turn, seizing the chance to pounce on him. However, after a few exchanges of moves, Aaron quickly subdues me again. He is of similar build as I am. Under normal circumstances, I should be able to escape him, but with my sprained ankle, I cannot even stand properly. Let go of me. Aaron sits on top of me, pinning me down. His face is so close to mine that I can feel his breath and his pink hair against my cheek. Pink hair, huh? He smiles sweetly, yet beneath it lies a blade ready to strike any time. You say you're not a Norivarian noble, then where are you from? Tell me and I might decide to let you go or not. I like this fierce Aaron. I'm from the Eastern Isles. I want to help you. Come on, you can do better than that. How on earth would an outsider with no ties to us want to help? Or to eliminate our defenseless little tribe? The Norivarians have even turned to foreign powers. Even I myself know that my words sound as unconvincing as they can be, and that if this continues, it is likely to cause even more misunderstandings. Hold on, I remember that the Runers also worship the gods. If so, what if I say I'm one of the gods? Huh. I'm a Valkyrie from Asgard. I said that before and I say it again, Aaron. I wish to save you. Interesting. So MC revealed that she's a Valkyrie to Aaron. Wow. Huh. There is apparent surprise on Aaron's face as he immediately loosens his grip, his eyes still regarding me in disbelief. For a fleeting moment it seems as if a glimmer of trust flickers in his gaze, but it soon fades, replaced by hearty laughter. Aaron clutches his stomach, unable to contain his laughter as he doubles over. Come on, a joke like that is totally unnecessary. To get me to let you go. That's the funniest thing I've heard all day. I'm not joking. Seeing that Aaron still isn't going to believe me, I sigh in helplessness, then close my eyes and let my shoulders droop in silence. How's MC gonna prove? Why are you suddenly closing your eyes? Amidst Aaron's voice of confusion, I feel a slight weight on my shoulders as my soft white wings gradually unfold. Soft white wings? A few feathers dropping in the process. Oh. I slowly open my eyes and there it is, Aaron's astonished expression. Wings? You are truly one of the gods? Indeed, is this pair of wings not enough? At that moment, Aaron's expression shifts subtly. His mocking smile is gone, replaced by a curious gaze, studying me like a child. His unwavering stare makes me feel a bit uncomfortable. So I clear my throat and tuck away my wings. Once my wings disappear, he helps me back onto the bed, even smoothing my hair. Then he applies ointment and bandages my wounds anew, his demeanor suddenly filled with remarkable warmth. Caught off guard by his sudden shift in attitude, I stare at him with a perplexed look. Do you just conjure those wings whenever you like? Do all of your kind have them? Oh, and have you met Odin, the All-Father, also Tyr, the god of war, the thunder god Thor, or the fire god Loki? They are quite famous among us Runers. Have you met them before? What are they like? And do they look the same as described in the tales? Are you curious about the gods? Of course. The elders in the tribe say that the gods dwell in a world of joy and happiness, watching over each tribe member silently. However, where are they when we need them the most? That's what I've been wondering. I love how pragmatic you are, Aaron. Well, and by the way, what's your name? I'm not one of those famous gods. I see. I was planning to remember the name of the god I've come to like first. Suddenly he wraps his arms around me, leaning against my bed, his fair face resting against my arm. He looks at me with a warm smile, and in that moment I feel my heart race. The god you've come to like? I think Aaron is a very sweet kind. Huh, don't tell me you don't know what you mean. Is there no such concept among the gods? Is there another meaning? Naturally. Suddenly he leans down, placing a hand on my face. The touch isn't cold but soft and warm, even. I stare at him in a daze, feeling his hot breath on my cheek, and then comes a gentle kiss. Wanting to get closer, to touch, to understand. Wanting to become more intimate, that kind of like. How about it? Is that what you were thinking too? Am I being played? Alright, I won't joke with you anymore. But hey, do you wanna bang? The door to Aaron's cabin slammed open. In the howling wind, a figure bursts in and lunges toward Aaron. A swift, slicing sound cuts through the air, but Aaron dodges skillfully, and the weapon strikes the wooden floor instead. That was close. Jago. Done chatting, you little gremlin. I like it. I like how they've put Jago with Aaron in chapter 3. So far we've got the good no Lake, Tyre, Xian, Eric, and then now Jago and Aaron, and then I think after this we'll get to know more about Shin. About time you give me back my employer. Right. They're gonna fight, right? Alrighty. Aaron is yep. I don't know if this will do, but
僕をご助力あんたは他のみんなは心配しないでくださいまだ耐えられますあんたは相手をくそ
Aaron against Aaron, what the hell? Poor Aaron, is he the only ally that got fought against? Although Jago's attacks are fierce, Aaron dodges with the agility of a cat. At least in terms of reading the attacks and evading them, his skills are on par with Jago's. Despite not countering or fleeing at all, he seems genuinely interested in Jago's attacks. You're amazing. You almost had my head chopped off. How terrifying. Scared? Then stop dodging. Let big bro here punch you once and I'll let you off the hook. Gross. I figure I'll call you Mr. Douche. Very well, I hereby sentence you to death. This is a different fragrance from just now. Wait a moment, Jago. Stop. Something doesn't feel right. I refuse. Let me break this brat's legs first. And then you can decide what to do with him. I paid you for this, so I should get to call the shots now, right? Jago begrudgingly halts his attacks, but still stands in front of me with his weapon in hand. Aaron flips onto the ground, standing by the door with a smile as he looks at me. You are really a nice person, completely different from that fierce douche. Aaron, you didn't get to finish what you wanted to say, right? What do you want to ask me? I was gonna ask how you plan to save my people. Will you be using your divine powers, or is this just talk? I like it, Aaron. You're pragmatic. I can have the captain of the Night Order vouch for your innocence. The Night Captain? How come I never knew that you were also familiar with that stiff guy? Christian. Awesome. Hey, why are you interrupting at a time like this? This isn't your business, you douchebag. Jane, can I break this guy's legs now? Wait. I tried to stop the two from arguing, but they simply wouldn't give me a chance to intervene at all. You know, Rivarians are always so stubborn and unreasonable. Luckily, I've got this nice lady here. I believe she will understand me. But with you here, Uncle Douche, it's really hard to continue this conversation. I think I should just leave for now. Aaron chuckles, and in that moment, the strange scent I sensed earlier becomes increasingly imminent. It is an unusual fragrance distinct from before. As the exotic scent grows stronger, a commotion erupts outside. Lynxians. Suddenly, several Lynxians burst in through the door and windows, charging toward Jago. They seem to cling to Jago for some reason, clawing and biting at his legs. However, it doesn't look like they are attacking. Instead, it's more like they are courting. Damn it, what's going on? Oh, Dad, I just sprinkled some sand on you to attract these boys. What? Please get along with them. I hope you can relearn the art of respecting people. As for you, kind lady, I'll be waiting for you to fulfill your promise. With a hearty laugh, Aaron flips and vanishes into the night. Meow. Seeing Aaron escape, Jago wants to give chase right away. However, due to the overly excited Lynxians, he cannot hope to match Aaron's speed and can only watch him flee. Damn it, I just can't shake them off. Wait, Jago, be careful. There seems to be something else nearby. It's coming. A howl different than those of the Lynxians just now echoes in the air. Giant. With the howl, a particularly large Lynxian emerges from the thicket outside, charging at Jago like crazy. Didn't that brat just say it was to attract some boys? What kind of boy is this? Jago complained angrily, kicking away the Lynxians clinging to him and drawing his weapon, turning to face the incoming beast. Oh, it's a boss. Chapter 10. Let's bring down the Lynxian then. I think I need a tag team. Oh, that's good. Temporary rest. I heard that there are 4 chapters and I only have 1 more chapter to go. With the glimmer of blades, Jago swiftly took down the giant Lynxian. As for the smaller ones, most of them frightened had already scampered away with their tails between their legs before Jago had a chance to deal with them. Finally done. Are you okay? Come on, how could I not be? These things are super weak. Annoying though. Jago kicks the last Lynxian out the door and turns to look at me. But you really don't want me to go after that brat? It's fine. I believe our paths will cross again sooner or later. Besides, my ankle, even if it doesn't hurt, I probably can't walk much at all. Even though I can just cast a healing spell, it really isn't a good option with Jago here with me. Your ankle is swollen like a ball. How can it possibly not hurt? The pain isn't too bad. The trouble is that I can't put any weight on it while walking. Of course, it's so swollen that I doubt you can walk at all. It seems like we won't be living here for a while now. His words quiet me for a moment and I look around instinctively. This place is without any daily necessities. It can just be a temporary hideout. We should be able to stay here for now. I agree. Your ankle matters more than that, Brad. I glanced at Jago with gratitude, letting out a sigh of relief. As expected for an experienced and seasoned mercenary, Jago is indeed able to make the right decision in times of emergency. Speaking of which, what about those mercenaries that ambushed us? I've taken care of them, of course, don't worry. Those guys were just cannon fodder. They weren't hard to deal with at all. Honestly, looking for you was an even more daunting task. Is that so? What's wrong? Did you hear anything from my conversation with Aaron just now? What conversation? Oh, you mean the part where you praised me for my good looks in front of that brat? Or the part where you begged for me to come back to you? Don't worry, if you don't want to bring them out, I heard nothing. His gaze and tone are sincere, and I suddenly feel a bit complicated. The skills and responses are flawless, but why do I get this feeling that there's more than meets the eye? Anyway, thank you. So why did that brat have it out for you? What did you do to provoke him? Well, Aaron said that he was once a slave. That must be years ago, right? Before His Majesty's decree forbidding it. The nobles love hiring mercenaries to go into the mountains and capture the runners and keep them as slaves. But even though it is now banned, there are still slave trades happening in private. It's no wonder they harbor hatred for you nobles. Anyway, it's of no good to continue looking into it now. Let's head down the mountain tomorrow. For tonight, let's rest, Jago. Huh? Anyway, he won't come tonight. We can sleep in peace. Oh, why are you like this all of a sudden? There's really nothing you can do tonight, and you must be tired from desperately searching for me. So just rest. Huh, what the hell is with that tone? Forget it, I'm indeed tired. Well then, I'll rest if you insist. Inner reflection. Is it morning already? Faint bird song can be heard outside, signaling the coming dawn. I quietly get up in the dark, seeing Jago resting a short distance away by the doorway. After these past few days of traveling together, I've grown familiar with his lifestyle. When I see him by the doorway, I immediately understand the reason behind it. With his sharp instincts, he wakes up the moment anyone approached. That's why he's guarding the door. Jago is powerful and easy to work with. If I share my plan with him, he will most likely go along with it. Maybe he could make a fine Iron Harry. But the Iron Harry I need should be. I continue to think as I place my hand over my swollen ankle, quietly channeling my magic, letting it flow and concentrate within my body. A warm current travels from my lower belly down to my ankle. Not only do the injured areas feel better, but my whole body also feels invigorated by the magic, the warmth making me break out into a sweat. By the time my straight thoughts return, my ankle has fully healed. I take a deep breath, flex my ankle and stand up, testing it a little. Alright, I think I'm good now. Once the sun rises, we can head down the mountains. Poison investigation. Just hold on a moment. I would like to clean all my contractor jobs. That's a lot. Okay. I have some in half an hour and 1 hour from now. Alrighty. Looks like, oh right, I've got Jago here now. 190 is tall, and his birthday is on April's Fool. It's an Aries, like Silas. considers himself quite popular with women. Well, I only have 4 of his cards. That's fine. Tavern commotion. Do I have anything? Nope. And I should probably cook something for him. Why is Eric not unlocked? Interesting. Is there anything I should cook? Cherry pie. Golden apple pie. Should I start a contractor job with Jago? Maybe. Let's go have a look at the I don't have any SR cards of his, but milk. Daily shopping. Okay. How do I minimum job time 2 hours? Do I have to terminate one of these? Let's see. Sugar supply. So for Lena, maybe I'll stop this one. Tea brewing. I have 2 R's on him, 2, 3, and Sewing orders. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 of these. Right. I'll stop this one, and then I have soup making and this, so I have 3, and then tire I have 2, and then let's do Jago. Why not? Daily shopping. So what would I like? Should I do butter churning or shelf repairing? Probably shelf repairing then. Alrighty, I have 10 jobs now, and then I'm letting them run. Okay, why is it red? Like I don't have any gifts. Dirty talk. Basic info. Right. Okay, it's done now. Thing is, what should I cook? Oil. Where do I get this? Jago. Contracted job. Oh, I would need a Jago. I'll need a Jago card to cook this, I suppose. Where's the dried herbs? Oh, here it is. Dang. I need his SR. I need his SR to help me in my cooking for Shein.
朝だ。朝ごはんの時間だ。お腹が空いた。
His voice. Nice. is it always coming on for him? Like, I don't think I have anything. Right, give me 2 minutes and I'll be back to continue the main story. Hi, I'm back. Let's continue on our main story. At dawn, Jago took me down the mountain. I wonder if he got suspicious of MC's ankle healing so fast. Once I made sure that we reached the foot of the mountain, I asked Jago to wait for me at the tavern while I went to meet Shion alone at the agreed location. After taking care of business, I returned to Jago.
なんだ
Say, your injury healed way too fast. Your ankle was so swollen yesterday and now you're already walking. Impossible. So everything you told that brat yesterday was true? You're really one of the gods? Weren't you going to pretend that you heard nothing? Oh yeah? It seems that way. Then just pretend that I didn't ask anything. So you're not going back into the mountains, or have you finally taken an interest of the fangs of Fenrir? I only wanted to go into the mountains to check on the runners, and as Eren claimed, to avoid war, they haven't been in contact with the outside world for months. Of course, that could just be his side story, so I asked around in town earlier as well. Sure enough, people said they hadn't seen the runners in months. Now that you mention it, some merchants at the tavern were complaining about the same thing earlier, grumbling about the loss in profits. So, as you said, the fangs of Fenrir seem more suspicious. I see, but as I mentioned before, they are a secretive organization. Finding any information about them wouldn't be easy and it might cost quite a bit. Jago throws up his hands, but at that moment a thought crosses my mind. Could I have been offering too little all this time? Jago, name your price. How much will it cost to buy information on them? You're misunderstanding it. I wasn't asking for money, and without information I don't have anything to sell you. I stare at him, but no matter how much I scrutinize, it doesn't seem like he's lying. So I give up the idea of extracting more clues from him for now. Alright, how about this then? The claim that the runners are the masterminds only surfaced in the past few months, right? Do you know where that rumor came from? Well, maybe you could start by investigating that poison. What do you think? So after going in circles, we are back to tracing the source of the poison. Think for a moment and then nod, leaving the tavern with Jago by my side. Excuse me, have you heard of a certain poison? No, sorry for bothering. Just like that, we returned to the bustling marketplace and asked around the herbal vendors. But all we received were negative answers. Some even waved us away the moment we talked about poison. No luck at all. Well, I've been wanting to say something for a while now. What's Jago? Tell me, what's poison usually used for? Poison to kill something, I guess. People, animals. Exactly, so do you think anyone's going to answer if you just ask around like that? If you end up poisoning someone, they'll just trace the source of the poison back to the seller and then they'll be in big trouble, wouldn't they? So narrow. He narrows his eyes, looking at me in a way as if he were playing with a kitten. Is this Silas? This man could have told me that much earlier, but he seemed to hold back on purpose just to see me struggle. Jago, what's wrong? Just as I was about to snap at him, a voice called out from behind us. Big sis. Spelling mistake here. Long time no see. Sorry to trouble you again for this. Oh, it's nothing. I'm worried about your health too. With Seiya's arrival, I nearly forget about my earlier anger at Jago, hearing that he and his mother had moved to a new home in the nearby forest. After the recent commotion, I went with Seiya to their new place. Oh, I'm almost back to full health now. Sorry that Seiya had dragged you all the way here. But it was Mom who said she wanted to thank Big Sis in person. How many times have I told you, call her Lady Jane? It's fine, really. Seiya can just call me Big Sis. No need to be so formal. Well, since you say so, by the way, I see that Lord Shion isn't with you today, and this gentleman here is... Oh, I'm Jane's... He's a mercenary I hired. He's called Jago. Shane is busy with other matters today, so he couldn't join me. It's a shame Saya won't get to see him again. For some reason, I got a feeling that if I let Jago introduce himself, he'll say something completely out of line, so I quickly jumped in before he could speak. Ignoring Jago's disgruntled expression, I swiftly changed the subject. By the way, there seems to be a lot less stuff than before. Did you have to leave things behind because of the move? Yes, though we love our old place and the nearby forest was good for gathering herbs, but besides the recent ferrets, there's been other trouble lately. It's because of the poison, right? I knew it. Saya. Wait, what did you just say about poison? To hear that word here of all places made me instinctively raise my voice. The woman's face tightened with both confusion and concern. I'm sorry, it's just that I happen to be investigating a type of poison. If you know anything, please tell me. Well, I wouldn't hide it from you. The kingdom has been far from peaceful lately. Several witches I know have received requests to make poison. As a noble, you've probably heard of the recent poisonings in the noble houses. It happened to me too, but I declined it firmly, fearing the consequence it might bring. However, I know that there are others who took the offers driven by the high rewards or other reasons. I worried that one day the king might wrongfully blame the witches and we'll be dragged into it. That was why I wanted to move somewhere else and start anew. Witches poison. Since you once saved Saya and me, I'm willing to share this with you, but please don't let this slip. I don't want innocent people caught in the crossfire. After all, many witches only wish for a peaceful life. I understand. Then could you tell me the recipe for this poison? You're planning to... Oh, smart move. Actually, a friend of mine and his family have been suspected because of this poison. I'm hoping to prove their innocence by showing that they were unable to obtain or create such a thing. Really? MC, I don't know if that is proof. Seriously, we already decided to look into the fangs of Fenrir this morning, but now we're back to climbing mountains. Strange. Looks like Jago wants to go on the other route instead. Didn't you say yourself that there were no leads and we had to start by looking into the poison? So it's my fault now. Come on, why are you going to such lengths for that kid? His Majesty's going to find a scapegoat no matter what. Just let the runners take the fall and save yourself the trouble. Sorry, but I can't just let things like these happen. You're really too much of a good person. If it were me, I would enjoy watching from the sidelines. There's no way I get involved. After all, no one knows what the future holds, right? After asking around, I learned that the witches' poisons are actually unfinished, and that without a certain key ingredient, they couldn't reach their full potency. The witches only handed the unfinished products to the clients, but they had no idea how those clients would use them. As for the runners being suspected, it was due to the one ingredient that only grew in where they lived, the amount of silver scales. It's difficult for the kingdom's people to acquire it in large amounts. So what did the witch call the herb just now? Scale grass, silver grass? Scale blooms. Saya's mom said it's a small herb with round white blooms that usually grows in crevices along cliffs, making it very hard to gather because of the dangerous terrain. How do you remember that so clearly? Do you study this stuff? I often need to read a lot about various regions. Realms. Oh, you're not one of the 3 Norns, down you. I heard you are a god, but I didn't think you were that powerful. I'm nowhere near as great as Lady Scold. I'm just a Valkyrie. I had long given up trying to stop Jacob from bringing up the topic, even though we agreed that he had heard none of it, so I just revealed my true identity outright. I wonder if that would finally shut him up about it. Oh, a Valkyrie, huh? So why are you here, being so nice to the runners? I'm here to find an Einherji. You mean those legendary human heroes destined to fight for Odin on the battlefield? Something like that. Then why not consider me? What? I was so startled by Jago's sudden statement that I nearly choked. Think about it, I've got strength, I've got smarts, and I'm always helping you. Wouldn't I make an excellent choice? But you're always so laid back and careless. So what? At least I'm there when you need help. That much is true, right? Well, yeah, that's true. But why would you want to become an Iron Harry, Jago? I know most people see becoming one and serving the gods as a great honor, but I don't think you care about that. Exactly. But if it's to be your Iron Harry, it sounds like it'd be a lot of fun, so I'm totally on board. Jago's expression seems relaxed, as if we were talking about where to go for fun next, not about a serious matter at all. So what do you think? Will you take me on? I know I should reject him outright given his attitude, but for some reason I just cannot bring myself to dislike this man. Alright, I'll consider it. But let's put that aside for now, and we've still got herbs to find. Looks like we have to put that on hold for now indeed. These people really don't know how to pick a good time. Huh? I look at him, who has suddenly stopped walking, confused by his remarks. At that moment, several beasts burst from the bushes ahead, charging straight at us. More battles.
自分の愚かあなたのか次は外さないいい感じなあなたの
ありがとうございます。
なかなかの実力ですが私を倒すには足りません。自分悪くないな京都
絶対に思い通りにはさせない。
変な感じだわ。
あなたのご助力、あなたのおかげで助かりました。本当にありがとうございます。
優先順位を明確にしろ。今日なかなかの実力ですが
絶対に
お前は次は変な感じあなたが
申し訳
いい感じだ巧妙なかなかの巧妙でずる賢い戦術あなたの寛大さと優しさに感動しました。ありがとうございます。
Just heal them.
なかなかのちょうどいい変な次はなかなかだ悪くない
Oh, wow. Oops. I'm playing too much, I guess. So... Oh, wait. I should choose a might team. Yeah, might team seems okay. Or tech, but I'll go with might. And then I'll go with
変な感じだわ。変な
次は私の番です。
お前は変な感じ共闘しないか
敗しないでください。くそ。心配しないでください。まだ耐えられます。
We are on chapter 16. Okay. Okay, let's continue the story.
この野郎
With astonishing skills, Jago swiftly wiped out the beasts attacking us, while the few that survived tucked their tails between their legs and fled back into the forest. Afterward, we searched the mountain high and low and finally found a similar plant growing on a cliff. However, as rumored, the small white ball-like flower was indeed growing in the cracks of the cliffside. I can't reach it. Grasping a tree trunk with one hand, I cautiously reached out toward the cliff, trying to grab the small white flower. Below was a bottomless pit. If I fell and didn't manage to spread my wings in time, the consequences could be dire even for me. Almost there. Suddenly my hand slips and I lose my balance, my body tipping forward uncontrollably. Just as I'm about to spread my wings, I feel warmth in my palm. A pair of rough hands grab me, pulling my dangling body back from the cliff's edge. Honestly, if I weren't here, you'd be a splat on the ground by now. Oh wait, maybe you hit the branch and turn into a skewer instead. Thank you, Jago. No need to thank me. If you die, who's going to sign a contract with me? What, should I sign you on as my Ein? Harry? Ha ha ha. Ha ha ha. As irritating as Jake's cocky grin is, it seems that he truly cares about me. Otherwise, I was... Wait, what did I say? As irritating as Jago's cocky grin is, it seems that he truly cares about me. Otherwise, there was no reason for him to risk his life, saving me time and time again, for a god doesn't just die. More than once he stepped in before I even realized I was in danger. In terms of strength and combat skill, he is undeniably good. Having been saved by him yet again, I can no longer ignore the question that has been in my mind for long. Do you really wish to become my Ein, Harry? Of course. Then... Hey, hold on, how could you discuss something that's important without inviting me? At some point, that coral red figure appeared before us again. No need for this sappy drama, it's just a plant, I'll grab it for you. Aaron then gracefully leaps onto a tree, moving with the agility of a cat. He nimbly reaches the top and lowers himself down, easily plucking the scale bloom from the cliff I struggled to reach earlier. Then, like a butterfly, he lands lightly on the ground, his movement so smooth that he doesn't shake off a single leaf from the tree. Leaf herb gathering to the runners. Lately, I've been seeing so many amateurs dangling near cliffs only to fall off. There are enough bodies piling up down below to fill the pit. Aaron, the one and only, did you miss me? Aaron beams, handing me the round white scale bloom. I thought you keep avoiding me. Now, I wasn't avoiding you. I was just busy distracting those mercenaries heading into the mountains. Oh, by the way, according to the mercenaries, the Norivarians, I'm planning to invade for now. Is that be true? Really? That must mean Xian's words have been accepted. That's great. So this is your doing, too? Yeah, I just don't want innocent people to get hurt, that's all. Jane is always like that, so you little brat, I'll appreciate it if you leave her alone. Fighting. Jago ruffled my hair with his large hands as if he were petting a small animal. Hey. Aaron pouts, hopping over like a rabbit as he reaches out for my really messy hair, only to be caught mid-air by Jago. So unfair, I want to mess up her hair too. Not on my watch. We'll see about that, you douche. Just as I was pondering about how to stop their bickering, both of them suddenly fell silent and stared at something behind me. It turned out that while we were talking, a group of mercenaries had surrounded us without us noticing. I was just wondering how long these guys would tail us before they made their move. Guess they couldn't hold back any longer. You know they were following us all along? Douchebag, I thought you wouldn't even notice. Seems like she didn't just hire you for your mouth, huh? Oh, I think he just wore an armor, right? Want to find out? Fine by me, these guys are in trouble for the kind lady here. Let's see who can take out more of them. Before Jago could respond, Aaron had already drawn his weapon and charged forward. You little brat, that's cheating. Right. It's a battle. Alrighty. Let's see. Alrighty, let's continue our battle. Wow. Going for Mike for sure.
絶対に
いい感じ。
心配しないで。
いい感じだ。
Should be fast.
思い通りにはさせない。
共闘ちょうどいい。
他のみんなは
Who's the one breathing like that?
共闘しないか。
Okay.
心配しないでください。
変な。
絶対に援助感謝します。心配しないでください。まだ耐えられます。くそ。
I wish for more SRs.
絶対に絶対にシコジェル君感謝します。くそ。
いい感じだ。
ありがとうございます。絶対に思い通りにはさせない。
I think Jago and Aaron are my tag teams.
いい感じだ。お前は
次は私の番です。ありがとうございます。
ありがとうございます。
心配しないでください。まだ耐えられます。他のみんなは
Okay. Mercenaries intel.
この野郎。
The battle didn't last long. Jago and Aaron swiftly took down all the attacking mercenaries with astonishing skill. As for the competition, it fell through after Jago's protest. By the way, Jago is currently stepping on one of the mercenaries' hand, threatening him with a fierce expression. Speak up, who sent you? Stop it, mercy. Jago, be careful with his hand. Not saying anything, huh? With Jago's movement, the only mercenary remaining conscious lets out a piercing scream. Still not talking if you don't, unlike this uncle here, who only knows how to throw punches. There are lots of special poisons I'm eager to try. I'll talk. There's a hooded creep in town who sent us to find the skilled rooms. He said we'd get a huge reward if we did, but that flower was really hard to pick, so it's easier to just rob us then. Jago grinds his foot into the mercenary's hand, prompting another loud scream. I can vaguely hear an unsettling crack amidst it. Oh my gosh, we're sorry, we won't do it ever again. I'll say anything, please, mercy. Hey Jago, he's apologized. Stop this, okay? Aaron put the poison away too. Jago huffs in anger, then suddenly kicks the mercenary's side again while Aaron caps his vial. Where do you plan to deliver the goods and to whom? Brewmasters lean behind the tavern. Indigo flutter in the alley. The code is lies and tricks abound. That's all, please spare me, my lord. Lies and tricks abound. After revealing the critical information, Jago kicks the mercenary again. He lets out another shriek, then falls silent. Don't worry, I only knocked him out. I never thought we'd gain this much. We even got some intel, what luck. Your methods were a bit brutal though. Alright, let's head down the mountain now. You might get a chance to see the fangs of Fenrir. But then again, Jago, aren't you a bit too interested in the fangs of Fenrir? He smiles mysteriously, flashing me an expression of a hungry wolf rubbing his hands together. After all, there isn't much information about them. If I can grasp the true nature, I'll be the most respected info dealer around here. By then, no matter how much money I ask for, I start to regret getting you involved. Alrighty. Tavern Street. We're going back to the tavern. With the unexpected intel from the mercenary, Aaron, Jago and I headed toward Brewmaster's Lane. In any case, if I understood correctly, someone is making poison, and since the ingredients include the scale blooms which only grow on mountain, we got suspected. Is that about right? It's pretty much so. We need to figure out the true identity of the client next. By the way, why are you following us around? I like her here, is that not allowed? Ah, he's cute. Aaron shot back at Jago in a playful manner, then turned to me, gazing at me with a pleading look. Plus, I feel so lonely on my own, so I want to stick with you. Come on, is that okay? Can definitely see Raphael in him. Aaron blinks his puppy eyes, asking softly for my permission. Honestly, he looks so soft and cuddly, like an adorable kitten, that it is simply too difficult for me to refuse. Just don't be so harsh on him, Jago. Jane, don't let this little brat fool you. He's just putting on an act. You never know what kind of mischief he's plotting inside that little head of his. Hey, don't assume everyone's just like you just because you're plotting something, Uncle Douche. You're testing my patience, aren't you? Stop arguing, you two. After the two finally quiet down, I lead them through the small alley beside the indigo flutter. Poison. I don't see anyone here. Entering from the side of the indigo flutter, you arrive at the dark alley behind Brewmaster's Lane. The alley is rarely frequented and it appears filthy and messy compared to the main street. Are you sure you weren't tricked? That mercenary might just be... Wait. Suddenly, Jago crouches down, staring at a pile of rags in a corner of the wall. Upon closer inspection, it isn't just rags, but a homeless person wrapped in a tattered cloak. Lies and tricks abound. Before I can comment on Jago's behavior, the person slowly rises, their cloak concealing most of their face. Then they speak in a deep, hoarse voice, and I'm not sure whether it's a man or woman. Lies and tricks abound. Hello, Oli. Scale bloom here. Why is there only one? This isn't an easy item to gather, oh man. Where's the promised reward? The quantity isn't right. I need more. You are haggling now. What do you need? What do you need so many of them for? I haven't heard that there needs to be that many. The poison of the Joe. The substance left by the master is running low, so I have to make up for it with earthly ingredients. At this point, I realized that Jago was actually probing for information. His conversation flowed so naturally that I nearly believed he was one of the organization's members. So the master you spoke of is, you're not Oli, are you? Whoever sent you, tell them that Odin is untrustworthy. Loki is the true king of all gods, the only one who can save us from our suffering. Lies and tricks abound. With that, the homeless person slumps to the side and falls silent. Aaron, who has been behind me, squeezes past to check, then shakes his head no. He poisoned himself. The effect is almost instant and it lacks the usual characteristics of other poisons. I think this must be what they call the poison of the Joe. What a sharp old fellow. Ending their lives like that. It's no wonder we couldn't find any leads before, so what now? It seems I need to return to Asgard first. I'm enjoying the main story more than I enjoyed the R18 scenes. After giving the scale bloom and the poison found on the homeless person to Xian as evidence, I received praise from the entire order. They looked into the individual after reporting to the king. In any case, both the Runas and the witches commissioned to make poison were deemed innocent. As long as they promise not to make any poison in the future, they won't be prosecuted. Well, this should be it for now, right? Now what we need to do is... Upon returning to the royal city, I reunite with Xian and Jago at the residence arranged for me by Va. I once again explained to them how a contract with an Iron Harry works and the responsibilities and impact that will come with it. Okay. Now let me confirm one last time. Shia and Jago, are you willing to offer your souls and contract with me to fight for the gods for the future of this war and against Ragnarok?
So desu ne.
Your wish is my command. I will fight for you for eternity. What? This doesn't make sense.
Ah.
Of course, I will be your best support. After receiving their answers, I kissed the backs of their hands. In that instant, the contracts are formed and a blazing mark emerges on their skin, glowing bright red like blood, a sign of their submission to me and our bonds. In this sacred and quiet moment, I can almost sense their heartbeats, breaths, and even every subtle movement of their muscles. Jago is probably happy, and as for Xian, gosh, I can see him turning away, covering his reddened face. Wait, did she just say that Jago is happy? Jago is probably happy. Well, the contracts are formed. When your lives reach the end, I will come for your souls, and you shall head back with me to Asgard to fulfill my duties. Wait. Suddenly a figure leaped through the window, landing gracefully between us. How could you do this without me? Putting aside how Aaron managed to know that we were forming contracts today, I have to admit that he's indeed impressive with his squirrel-like agility. Are you leaving just as you said before? Are you returning to Asgard? Yes, after we part ways, Aaron, you should go back and live well with your kin. No, I don't want to be apart from you. What was that contract about? If I do that with you, will I be able to go with you? No, it's not like that. After signing the contract, the contractor can still live out their life, but the soul will be taken by me at the end of their life. So even after die, I still get to be with you? You're so cute. Not wrong. However, I think the life of an Iron Harry doesn't really suit you, Aaron, so... No, I want to be with you forever. If you don't want me, I'll be so lonely that I'll die. Aaron once again turns on the waterworks. But, well, at least you should demonstrate the process of forming a contract. I didn't get to see anything earlier, and I want to know how a Valkyrie contracts with a human. I could do that. It's just a kiss on the human individual, and then I cast the magic. Can't you just show me directly? Aaron extends his hand, looking at me like a kick puppy. I think he's trying to trick MC. What should I do? I feel like if I refuse him, I'll become an irredeemable sinner. Come on. Fine, I'll show you. Though I have a vague idea about Aaron's trick, thinking that I can always cancel the contract later, I decide to play along, so I hold Aaron's soft hand and plant a kiss on the back of it. I feel as if the temperature of my already burning skin has risen again. Immediately after, a red mark also appears on the back of Aaron's hand. Just like that, the mark appears and is done. Okay, now I'll... Yay, I'm your Iron Harry too. This is amazing. Aaron bounces around with his marked hand in joy. He looks genuinely happy. And I find it hard to spoil his mood. I feel really bad if I were to cancel his contract now. Aaron, are you really not going to regret this? No way, I like you the most. You little brat, you just want to cling to Jane, don't you? Off with your hand. At that moment, another figure slips in through the window. I can't help but think that perhaps this time I got into the habit of closing the window every time. MC is so real. You need to close the window for sure. Wow, Jane and new Iron Harrier. Feels like a lot happened since while I was away. Being away for so long, Igor wags his tail and stands in front of everyone, chattering away while waving his little arms in excitement. 3 new Iron Harry just freeze at the strange scene. Is this a talking squirrel? Igor, you scared them. What? I'm not that scary, am I? Not really, it's just that it's our first time seeing a squirrel that talks. I'm more than just a talking squirrel. I'm Igor, the sage of Yggdrasil and Jane's partner. Haha, Kitty, don't tell me that Escar is full of strange creatures like him. Igor should be a special case, I guess. Anyway, since he's back, let's head back to Asgard. And thus, after resolving the chaos brought by the poisoning incident, I find myself surrounded by the blushing Shion, the lively and clingy Aaron, and Jago is shaking his head in exasperation. This trip to the past, Midgard, turns out to be somewhat fruitful after all. Stage clear. I'm now at chapter 4. Ice in